I thought today I'd go try to find some clay. I have to get some soil, and that's all I'll need is a bucket and a shovel. I'm going to head out to where they're making a house, and they have some soil there that looks like it may contain clay. I'm not sure, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, this is the site where they're putting up that new house. And there's a lot of sand in the driveway there. A lot of sand over here. But close to the road here, there's a lot of black, thick soil. Now, there's a drainage ditch right through here. So I'm sure there's a lot of clay sediments in this stuff. Anyway, this is much darker and much thicker. So we're going to try to take some of this. About a half bucket of soil. Take it from here. And we'll go home. We'll add water to it. There's a lot of roots and sand in there. But I'll filter that out. Give it a shot. Okay, I'm back home. And as you can see, I got a nice bucket of thick, hopefully clay. I'm gonna water it down and get all those sediments all mixed up. So theoretically, once I fill it up with water, I'll let it sit for a few hours just so the soil can really get nice and moist, and then I'll turn it all in, and theoretically all the sand and the heavy stuff will sit down to the bottom, and the top will be more or less what I want. Now there's going to be roots and other stuff, grass and other debris when I run it through a screen, but that'll take it all out. That should be good enough. Yeah, we're going to let this sit for a while. And then I'll take my paint stirrer and just put in the drill and mix it up good and get everything all broken down. As you can see, there's some stuff in there that's just floating around. It's a lot of grass and twigs and things like that. And all that has to be taken out of it. But that'll be the next step. Okay, it's been sitting for a while, and now I'm just going to mix it with the paint stirrer. Get everything mixed up really good. I feel some roots down in there. I want to get it nice and liquidy. This way when I pour it through the strainer, will go through fairly quick. Okay, it's mixed up pretty good. What I did is I have two strainers. The big one has fairly fine holes, but this one has much smaller holes. So I'm going to try to do this in one process and see what happens. Okay, I think I better pour it through this one first. There's a lot of gunk in there. A lot of roots, twigs. Well, plenty of roots. Alright, I'm going to rinse this off and pour a little more. Okay, I cleaned out the screen, and this stuff should go through it much quicker. Okay, as you can see, there's still a lot of roots left back down there and a lot of sediment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more water to that, let it sit for a while, and then mix that up before I put it through the strainer. Alright, I put more water in this bucket and mixed it up again. I think there's a lot of sand on the bottom. Yeah, there's a lot of sand down there. As you can see, I think that's all that's left in the bottom. Alright, I'm gonna finish up with that here. I'll run this through the sieve. Oh yeah, sand in here. Okay, so I guess I got most of the small sediment, the clay sediments out of there already. And we'll see what happens with that. Now I'm going to let this here settle out for maybe a day. And theoretically all the water should float to the top. And I'll pour that off. And the remainder should be just the clay down in there. Alright, for now, that's as far as I can go. Okay, it's the next day, and this is what I have so far. I thought it would have settled out a little bit better than what it has, but that's okay. I'm trying to draw off most of the water off the top. This way the water will evaporate whatever's left quicker. It's fairly clear. Not as clear as I thought it would be though. Hopefully all the clay is on the bottom. Alright, I'm not going to press my luck with that. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour that solution into this bucket here. Now what I did, I put a bed sheet over it, put a bungee cord around it to keep it in place. And I'm just going to transfer the water from this bucket over here into this one. Alright, I'm going to pour this water in here. Get it a little better filtered out. It's an old bed sheet I had. I just doubled it just to keep all those sediments in. Alright, hopefully that's all clay that's coming out now. This looks like mud, but maybe that's it. First time I'm doing this, so it's going to be very interesting to see what I get out of it. Right. I'll let that water go down a little bit, and then I'll pour the rest of that out. It's been about 15 minutes. Now I'm going to pour the rest of this into the bucket. Oh, this is the good stuff. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, I'll let that settle out for a little while. Let that water drain out a little bit, and then I'll fold up the sheet and hang it up. Okay, I folded it up tied off the top, and I'm hanging it from this hook here. I don't know if you can see, but it's dripping water, clear water, out of the bottom pretty good. So I guess the process is working. The only question now is, do I have clay in there or just muck? I'm not sure. But I guess tomorrow we'll give a look at it and see what we have inside. I'm gonna leave it out here tonight, and hopefully it won't rain. And let's see what we get. Okay, I left this out overnight and most of the morning, and this is what I have. It really doesn't look like it's clay. It's more like loam. I'm not sure. It's not slick like clay. It's not really holding together like it's pure clay. I don't think the source of where I've got this here was the greatest. Plus it's so black. No, I don't know. I guess I'll have to make something out of it and possibly try to get it into a fire of some sort and see what I get out of that. But I don't think I'm going to really do that great with it. It's not really, it doesn't have that consistency of real clay. There's too much organic matter in it. Anyway, we'll see what I'll do with this. I don't think it really worked out that great. Oh well. I think I have to be more selective where I gather my initial soil or clay. I'm gonna have to go down by a riverbed or something and get better material. Alright, well that's another episode, so I don't know what to tell you about this. It kind of feels like clay, but it's not as cohesive as clay should be. Oh well, maybe it's back to the drawing board.